going to show you our ingredients and then begin. So first up is the sweet beet cutlet. So beetroot and sweet potato cutlet. I'm going to turn the camera so you can see the ingredients. Okay, for sweet beet cutlet you need peeled and grated beetroot. This is not boiled. Some boiled and mashed sweet potatoes. I've mashed these. I hope you can see them clearly. Some onions, green chili, our basic spices, some hing and salt, and semolina or rava as we popularly know it. So what you basically do is you mix and you need some bread, one slice of bread which you moisten, and then you just crush it and add into this mixture. So I've mixed the beetroot, the sweet potato, the onions, green chilies, all our spices, the bread, and then and coriander, of course, lots of coriander, and then I get this batter, this beautiful color. There's absolutely no color in this. This is the color of the beetroot, right? And of course, if you don't want to add bread, guys, you can avoid adding bread. It's for the binding and a little bit of the crispiness. But if you don't want, please, you can avoid and just add soaked poha, which also gives, our batata, the poha we use to make batata poha. You can add that too for the binding, and it will give you the same results. And then I made small tikkis, round tikkis out of it, which I will show you right here. So I've kept them ready. So these are the tikkis that I made. They look really good. I've also added some lime juice and amchur powder. And yeah, that's it. So these are, and a little bit of ginger and garlic paste. So you can of course avoid to add ginger, garlic, onions if you like. It just adds enhances the taste, and a little bit enhances the flavor of the tikkis. So now I'm going to start our gas for the tikki, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Okay, so this is the tikki which I am going to dip in the rava. Okay, both sides, and I'm going to wait for the oil to heat. In that minute, if any of y'all want to ask anything, please ask. I'm just waiting for our oil to heat up a little. I hope I was clear with all the ingredients and the instructions that I gave. If you want me to repeat something, please repeat. Please ask me to repeat it. I will repeat it. So for your reference, I'm going to go, of course, I'm going to give a detailed recipe to the team of Kunto World so they can put it up once this IGTV is uploaded on their page, right? So you can have an easy sort of access to the recipe. And trust me, and I've not used normal potato because sweet potato also, of course Geeta is going to join us shortly and tell you all the benefits of why I have used sweet potato instead of a normal potato. You can use a mix of both if you like. Of course, tweaking and making your own ways in the recipe, you can of course do that. So I think now our oil is all hot and heated up. So I'm just going to turn the camera and placing the tikkis one by one. I've coated them with rava. So yeah. Hi Ishita, great to see you. Thank you for joining. I've used very little oil because I don't want too much oil, but of course you can use more oil if you like. And I'm waiting for this to heat up now. If anyone from Kunto World is attending this session, can you just reach out to Jen that everything is going great and that I am live, because she happened to call me, but I cannot receive a call at this moment because I'm live. So if you could just drop a message to her, that'll be great. So yeah. So right, all our tikkis are now, I've put them to heat up a little. And the second recipe that while the tikkis are happening, I'm going to show you the second, just to give you a little bit of an idea as to what I'm doing right now is this. I hope you can see this. Okay, I think it's quite clear. Okay, so just adding a little bit of oil to this, that's all the oil I'm adding. Hope it's clear. And I'm going to let this cook on a slow flame, right? Okay, so yeah, and the next recipe or the next dish that I'm going to show you is bottle gourd and chickpea, the bottle gourd and chickpea crepe, basically dudhi ka chila, as we call it, or any chila. We are I think chilas of, we call them, like any kind of dosas are such a great snack, or just like a nice dinner, wholesome dinner. If you pair it up with the soup, they taste really good. So basically, for dudhi ka chila, what you need is besan, that is gram flour. You need peeled and grated dudhi. You need some onions. Of course, that's optional. You can avoid the onions. And I added for a little bit of flavor and some crunch, coriander, some basic spices, and salt. So I'm going to show you what I've done. Okay, so turning the camera now. I've taken some grated dudhi. I hope you can see it. So you can see this grated dudhi. Okay, that's great. And I have, of course, chopped onions, salt, some hing, you can see. These are our basic masala dabba, the spice box that almost Indian homes have. And this is besan. I have taken 2 tablespoons of besan, added some dudhi to this. Sorry, just a minute. Yeah. So I've added some dudhi to this, and I have added coriander, red chili powder, turmeric powder, whole jeera. I've added salt, a little bit of garam masala, some onions as well. I have not added any green chilies since we are making this for kids. So that's about it. That's all that I've done. And I've also added about 1 teaspoon of rice flour, so that it gives a nice soft texture to our chila or crepe. So okay, let's start making it. I'm just waiting for the oil to heat. Hi Piali, you've asked which oil. Piali is asking which oil is better for frying in terms of nutritional value. Should we use olive oil or vegetable oil? Which oil is better in terms of frying? I think the normal vegetable oil that you use at home, because it grows locally in our region. So it could be groundnut oil, or it could be rice bran oil, or any sunflower oil, whichever oil you use. I wouldn't recommend olive oil for frying, because that's not something that's locally produced here. If it's but if you like the taste of it, great, go ahead. But I would recommend any vegetable, like groundnut oil, any vegetable oil that you prefer. So now I'm turning the camera again towards the pan. Okay, I hope all of you can see this clearly. Okay. I am going to just grease this with some oil. And in go the, can you see? Yeah, so this is the dudhi batter. So the proportion for the dudhi batter, dudhi is to besan is 1:1. So if you're taking 1 tablespoon of dudhi, take 1 tablespoon of the gram flour. Adding this. To our, just made this nice chila and let it cook. It takes some time for this to cook because the batter has become a little runny. You can keep it a little thick so that it doesn't become, it doesn't take time to cook and make small like pancake sort of thing in that. I've already made one ready for your reference, and that's right here. This is the Dudhi Chila. I hope you can see. So you can see that, you can see the small pores in this chila. That means the batter is rested well, right? So before making it, make sure this batter rests well. Say at least, depends on how many people you're making it for. So if you're making it for 4 to 5 people, you rest it for at least, 20 minutes or something. So your chila comes out nice. And crisp. So if you want your chila to be more crispy, you can of course add suji to it. A little bit of suji, a mix of suji, rice flour and more besan. So that's a mix of these 3 batters that you can always use in any kind of chila. Of course, you can also grate gajar to this, or like carrots, if your kids don't eat, and make it like a mixed veg chila kind of a thing. So yeah, these are the two recipes, 2 dishes, 2 healthy, nutritious dishes that I wanted to show you. And just going to give you a look at the beetroot cutlets, sweet beet cutlets, right here. So they are happening. I'm cooking them on a little bit of a high flame, so all of you can, look at it. This is also in the meantime cooking well. Yeah, and so guys, while this is happening, maybe Geeta can join us. Geeta, if you can send me a request, I'll add you to the live session. So guys, a little bit about Geeta. Of course, she'll tell us about herself in a little more detail. Geeta is a leading sports nutritionist. She is she's on the International Olympic Committee, and she's also a dietitian. If I'm not wrong, Geeta, please correct me and pardon me if I'm, not right in introducing you. So kindly send me a request, and really waiting to listen to your insights about these 2 recipes, on what nutritional value this adds, basically for kids, or even you can also tell us about adults. Hi, Geeta.
Hi, Neerja. Good evening. I hope I'm.
Hi, nice to see you. I think Geeta has. Hi, Geeta. I think you froze for a moment there.
Okay. Sorry, I am now on Wi-Fi. I hope I am audible and seen.
You're audible, but your video keeps, is a little iffy. But yeah, you're audible. Yeah, for sure.
Surely. So, Neerja, that was a lovely demonstration, and I love the way you had organized everything. So, thank you for to add my 2 cents.
I'm sorry?
Thank you for having me, and to allow me to add my 2 cents.
Please, it will be such a bonus, to listen to someone like you give us insight about these, just this nutritional value of these dishes.
Yes, please. So I personally, I think would definitely recommend these. They were lovely options, and beetroot is great for children because very high in iron, and also when you consume beetroots raw, they have very high nitrate content. So they are able to increase the oxygen carrying capacity, so the children are able to play harder.
Oh, okay.
And not to mention that iron is very important to increase the hemoglobin, or the the iron in your blood.
True. Right.
So I think it's a great option instead of just taking something that is processed and eat off the packet. These homemade healthy tikkis can be a great option for children.
All right.
And on the second dish, I think the nutritional tip is that the bottle gourd is a seasonal vegetable, and it's available and very low in calorie. So the tip here is cooking the bottle gourd is actually an advantage because it reduces the anti-nutritional properties in it.
Oh, I see. Wow.
So the bitter flavor of the bitter gourd itself has some toxins, and when you cook them, that's an advantage. And the basin, of course, is made from a pulp, so there is some protein in it. So
Yeah.
definitely great options for children. A beetroot tikki. Beetroot is ideal to be had before workout. So beetroot can be had about 2.5 hours before your workout,
Okay.
and your bottle gourd chila can be had post workout too, because it has some protein in it.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. But do you think that these, especially the bottle gourd chila, can be had during summers, especially during summer season, or there's no such?
Sure. It's very high in water content, so bottle gourd is very low in calories.
I'm sorry.
Bottle gourd is very low in calories, so it can definitely be had, anytime. And of
Any?
course, growing children have high demands of calories, and they
Yeah,
burn
yeah.
a lot of energy. So, especially children and pre-adolescents, teenagers have very high demand, and I'm sure that they can burn off the calories. So they don't really have to worry too much about the nutritional value. Like, I love the way you combine sweet potato, so
Right.
sweet potato is a great option also to eat before your workouts.
Yeah.
Sweet potato has a lower, glycemic index,
Glycemic.
or it absorbs slowly.
Right.
So there are no sugar spikes. So though beetroot is a root vegetable and has starch in it, so the combination of the sweet potato and beetroot is a lovely pre-workout combination.
Right. And like I think beetroot also keeps you satiated for a long time, so that helps also. I think during your hunger pangs during
Yes, I mean, generally we say any combination in a mixed meal.
right.
Beetroot is very high in iron, so typically you would want to combine it with, some vitamin C. So you can just squeeze a little lime and serve it with some onion rings, or, lime on
Right.
the side. That's an
Right.
option. So, or you could also serve a hum curd like a tzatziki dip, but then, I'm not getting into too many details and confuse the audience. So iron and calcium fight with one another for absorption. So, but
Right.
however, it's quite a wholesome meal. So when we eat adequate proteins, then it's good to delay the hunger. So the children
Right.
can kind of stay satiated for a longer time.
Longer time. Right. 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 So that's great. What about adults? Can adults have these stickies as well, or these? Is it?
Absolutely, I think they're the healthiest cookies, and adults can definitely eat them too. You also shallow fry them,
Yeah.
so nutritionally they do not absorb too many calories from the oil. So
Right.
shallow frying is an option. Probably you could also grill them, or if you have an oven, you could try and roast them.
Roast
So
them.
there are many
Right.
ways you could reduce the calorie.
Intake.
Yes, absolutely. By looking at just varying the cooking method. So another tip here is the oil that is used for deep frying. So coconut oil, though is a saturated oil, is a very healthy oil. Cold
Right.
pressed coconut oil is quite healthy, and so they have very high smoke point, or they tolerate very high temperature. So
Right.
it's good to use coconut oil, and unfortunately, sunflower oil has very high omega 6, but it's one of the best oils for deep frying because it's a pure oil, very high in omega 6, but they're not very
Right.
stable. But however, a great choice for deep frying. So if you use
Okay.
them in moderation, it's okay. But we want to use heart healthy oils
Right.
like cold hill oil. Mustard oil is not everybody's cup of tea because it has a very strong
Very
flavor.
strong flavor. Right. Right.
Rice bran oil is relatively new, so these tikis sometimes can also be combined with till oil because typically in Oriental cuisine, till
Yeah.
oil is also used.
Yeah. Sesame oil. Yeah. But tell me, what about someone asked? How about olive oil? For that matter, can we use olive oil or just normal?
So the olive oil is basically a fruit, and the cold pressed is the virgin oil, which means it's not chemically treated. So the extra virgin olive oil is not a cooking oil, so it's
Right.
only a salad dressing oil. If you'd
Mhm.
like to it for cooking, then you could use the second extract called the pomace olive oil, and that can withstand some temperature.
Yes.
Unfortunately, all of Indian cooking happens only with heating. So try and use very medium or low flame
Low
so that
flame.
the oils don't go beyond their smoke point. Never
Right.
mix oils again. If you like to change your oils, ensure that you are using oils, different oils for different cooking purposes.
Purposes, right? So, Priyali is asking, "Hi Geeta, what is the best way to consume beetroot? Boiled, blanched, or raw?"
Okay, so that again depends on what your goals are. Beetroot is also a starchy vegetable. It does have calories. So if you are looking at an athletic performance and would like to increase your oxygen carrying capacity, you need to consume beetroot raw, because cooking of beetroot will kill the nitrates or the good aspect in that which can increase the performance. So beetroot should ideally be had raw, and a large dose of beetroot. So you need about 400, 500 mg of nitrates, and that may amount to almost about half kg of beetroot. So yes, but there are also a lot of other vegetables that can be swapped instead of beetroot. Rocket leaves, lettuce is very easy to use.
Right.
Yes, then you have baby spinach, palak, very easy to use. So if you're looking for athletic performance, look at other vegetables which are also high in nitrates, because it may be challenging to only eat beetroot all the time. So,
Very true.
akol and roasted beetroots. I'm a Kannadiga, so down in South India we make beetroot poriyal or a vegetable. So that also is quite popular among us, with a garnish of coconut.
Right, right.
Uh,
It tastes. I've had this in MTR. I think I had their lunch thali and I had that beetroot poril. I remember it was delicious. When I saw it, I thought, I don't know how this will taste, but it was really delicious. So now those memories just
yes.
flash back.
So don't worry too much about it. As long as you're eating the vegetables, I think that's the focus for us.
Right.
Children ought to eat at least 3 to 4 cups of vegetables in the day. So I think what Nirja has demonstrated are lovely recipes where you can steal in a lot of vegetables and the children wouldn't complain or
I'm
not.
going to show you, a sneak peek into this. So yeah, this is just going to show you the chickpea, the our bottle gourd crepes are ready. The beetroot tikki is nice and crisp, and I'm just served it with some ketchup, chutney. You can also, serve mayo if you like, but since mayo is not unhealthy.
Hunkered is a great swap for mayonnaise, and
Yeah,
even
I was about to ask.
tahini also, which is just roasted sesame ground in olive oil and some clove of garlic. Raw garlic is excellent to boost immunity.
Right. Oh, right. Okay, so these that can be served with a nice hunkered dip as well. That's a good tip.
Absolutely, like tzatziki dip, and dill also has nitrates, so you could use raw garlic and
For sure.
just experiment some accompaniments.
Yes, yes. All right, so great. Guys, if you have any questions, we have about a minute left, and then we're going to, that's all from us. If you have any questions for Geeta, you can please shoot them in the comments, and then I'm going to ask them. Okay. A fantastic blend of taste and nutritional info. Thank you, Sinbad, Sale. All of them have joined. Thanks, Jen. Thanks to you, I'm doing this today, and I'm so glad I'm able to do this live session, especially with Geeta. And so many, in a span of 20 minutes, you've given such great inputs just about these things that we eat every day, and what a great combination of in nutrients it goes into our body. So if kids have this, I think it will be great.
Absolutely. I'm glad that I hope the public really will try your dishes. They were lovely and awesome. And thank you, Nirja, for this discussion and having me on board. And I thank Anil from Kunto. So I hope the audience can tune into Kunto for more health fitness tips.
Yes.
And
Please do.
over to you, Nirja.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Geeta.
Thank
Thank you
you
for doing this live session with Kunto with us. It was a pleasure to have an expert like you. And thank you to the whole team of Kunto for having the both of us, and especially me. It was a pleasure, more than a pleasure. Thank you. And both of us are signing off now. I'm ending the video. Thank you. Bye, Geeta. Have a
Enjoy
good
the
day.
weekend.
Good weekend to you.
Bye.
Bye bye.